Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Vintage Cube here on the Stardust Hip Game channel. Yeah, we'll be jumping in. I've done some off-camera, got a few trophies, so now that I'm on camera, I'm sure I will lose every match, but hopefully it'll still be fun for you to spectate that. So here we go, joining up, and joining the draft cube, because of course that's a separate thing you have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it till it fills up, and then see you back here in just a moment. All right, here we go. We've cracked our first pack. Unfortunately, no power. And at a glance, it's actually quite weak, unfortunately. There's not even a dual land other than the Sacred Foundry, which is not like something I'm super excited about. I might take a Pestermite just because Twin is a powerful deck. Otherwise, it's like Dark Slick Shores because those are colors I like to run. I mean, Lodestone and Workshop are a combo. I guess you could try to take one and wield the other, but feels a little ambitious. I don't really like starting with Workshop because it's hard to get that deck together. It's very good when you do, but it's kind of tough. I think I'll take the Pestermite, sort of stake our claim in that, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but has some good outs to be a powerful piece of a combo that we'll need later on. Alright, well, there's the good old Fable here, but unfortunately this one does cost mana, which makes this a lot worse. There's a Factor Fiction's pretty good. Tropical Island strong. What else do we have? I mean, Woodfall can be good in the right deck, either Reanimator, like as a natural order target or something, but it doesn't look like that's where we're going. I don't know how excited I am to necessarily have green in my Pestermite deck. I think I'll just take the Factor Fiction. It's another piece of, like it's just a good card, right, generically. If you have a good deck, then getting to see a bunch of cards is useful. It's a little expensive, but instant speed helps. So go ahead and grab that. All right. Here it's Misty's good because fetches are good. Time Twister's interesting. We could try and shift gears towards some kind of storm type combo, though. As much as I like playing those decks, I'm not actually that good with them, so I don't know how smart of an idea that is. Everflowing Chalice, decent. And they fixed the interface for it finally, so you're less likely to cast it for 0 and waste your time. But I think I will just take Misty. If we do end up going in a Splinter Twin direction, having good mana is really important. And I just like having good mana in general, even outside of that. So go ahead and grab a Misty here. All right, Trirome. I haven't played non-cube Magic in some time, so some of the newer cards I still have to do some reading on. So this is black, green, or blue, which is not super helpful. There's the interesting Omnixlas that you can like copy. This is again not a very strong pack for us. I could think Gilded Drake as like a weird sideboard card or something. Dire Fleet sort of in a similar vein where they're both potentially good against some decks. Maybe I do take the Trirome anyway. It does fix for black and green, and it's fetchable. I think that's probably fine. Just because that was a kind of weak pack. Just moving my cards around here, not that there's very many of them yet. Zori Signet's good. I don't mind that one. Spellseeker could be good. Good old Ignite memories here. Bit of a weird one. I mean, I could totally switch gears and go for Liliana. I do have black now as an option. Maybe that's not bad. It is a powerful card. It can lead to some strong decks. Factor Fiction's good in Reanimator as well. Why not? Let's switch gears a little bit, since what we're trying to do is not really coming along here. Hex Mage combo with Dark Depths. And occasionally just snipes a Planeswalker. It's actually not the worst card. Green, black, red. Okay, this is potentially red, blue if we do end up going that direction. Dark Confidant's also just like a decent card. If we're going a sort of lower to the ground. It's not very good if we go Reanimator, because then you end up with some pretty expensive targets in your deck, but I think I like the card enough. Black seems quite open, so... Ooh, okay. Some more good black options here. Corpse Dance can be strong with like Eldrazi or something. This card, I've not seen this pop off yet, but I've seen my opponents play it a few times and I've always killed it because it's scary. But I think I'll just take Deluge here. It's one of the best Wraths, just because it costs only 3 mana. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is Bone Shredder. Hearse, I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, it's okay as a sideboard option. Or Bazaar if we really want to go for it. Late Red Blast card's actually quite good as well, but it doesn't look like we're in red right now. I'm going to speculatively pick a Bazaar. I don't think it'll actually make the final cut, but I'm not going to miss the Bone Shredder too much. Card's just not that good, so... Let's see if we can't go all in here. Alright, this is probably an Unis Prowler. Nice cheap card, works with reanimation. Nothing to complain about this late in the pack. Ooh, Grave Titan's a nice gift. We can reanimate this for good value or just play it straight up, and both are decent. This is the guy that... Yeah, I don't care about that. Card Breaker. Not actually the worst discard outlet, but I'd rather have the Grave Titan here. Ooh, Watery Grave or Recurring Nightmare is interesting. I already do have a blue-black land, but this one is a little bit better. And Recurring Nightmare... Ooh, Recurring Nightmare is good in like the more value-oriented decks, which I'm not sure this is yet. I'm gonna take the Watery. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. Kind of hard to say. Ooh, do we all go all in on the Pack Rat? Is this in our future? Or would I rather just have a Mesmeric Fiend and miss my opponent's hand? Probably this is better. Ooh, alright. I didn't think I'd wield a Gonti. That makes me miss the Recurring Nightmare a little bit. I'll take a Hex Mage. I don't know if it'll make the main deck, but... Ooh, Corpse Dance is interesting as well. And for those wondering how I'm organizing my cards, I'm basically doing permanence over here by mana cost, and I mean, this should really be with the lands, I guess, but and then so up to 6, and then this is my sort of off-curve cards, right? Like I mean, you might play Fact or Fiction on curve, but it's not really a 4-drop exactly. And then I just separate them into interactive and non-interactive cards, which may be a little bit strange, but works for me. Okay, let's look at this back. Frantic Search can be good with reanimation. We don't currently have a card to actually reanimate anything, which is maybe a problem, but this is a strong enabler. We have Library of Alexandria for just a value plan, which is okay as well. Force Negation, but we actually are quite low on blue cards, so I'm not sure about that one. And then Kaito here, who can be a discard outlet as well as just a value engine. Might be really good. Library can be kind of tough to get going. I might take Kaito. I might take Frantic Search. I think I'll take the Kaito. Let's have fun with a new card here. So yeah, if you just do this pre-combat, you get the discard, and then if you do have another creature out that can attack, then you can just straight up draw you a card, which is pretty decent for a 3-mana Planeswalker. Okay, we got Big Daddy Gristlebrand. What is this thing? Some shadow creature. If card will be put into opponent's graveyard, exile it, sacrifice. I've played like 6 of these cubes and I haven't seen this card yet. That's really interesting. Anyway, I don't think that's the one for me. Hullbreaker Horror is actually kind of good, but the Gristlebrand's probably still the better reanimation target, if I had to guess. This is when you cast a spell, you bounce a thing. Yeah, it's like fine. Let's go for the Gristle Daddy, and we'll be looking. We're really looking for ways to reanimate now. That's like the thing we need. Oof. Makeshift Mannequin is not how I want to do it. This is like the absolute worst one. That said, Baleful Strix is very good, so I'll probably take it. Nice little channel here, not for us, of course, but good for ending games quickly, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think it's an opposition deck. So yeah, let's just take the Strix. Good little speed bump. Buys us some time to get to our things. And hopefully we'll find a reanimation spell eventually. I will need one for this deck to actually function. Otherwise, it's gonna be pretty bad. But okay, there's not much here. I'll just take the Infernal Grasp. It's a solid removal spell. It's instant speed. No like non-black or other weird conditions on it. So that seems fine. Ancestral Vision, I'm not a huge fan of. A little bit too slow in a lot of matchups. Bolas' Citadel, Verdant Canico. Okay, we have to take Reanimate here. That's just what we need. I wouldn't mind a Verdant. Get more of our fetching going, or a Phantasmal, because copying one of your big targets, or even like a Gaunty or a Baleful Strix is quite good, but obviously we just need the reanimations, so we'll be taking that. Alright, Glen is quite good. What's this thing do? Menace, Ward, whenever you cast instant or sorcery, make a guy. I mean, that's fine, but it's no Glen, that's for sure, so I'll be taking a Glen. Birthing Pod and Cryptic Command are the two reasonable options. Pod is almost interesting. I do have some things I can. The Pestermite's a little awkward. I have some good 4s. Cryptic's gonna be a little tough. I don't think our mana's gonna be good enough for it, because we're gonna need lots of black. We have some double black cards. This thing is pretty bad. I'm gonna take the pot. It's probably not gonna make the cut, but let's give it a shot. Alright, Necromancy is another piece of reanimation, so I will be happily enjoying that one. Shriekmaw, Dark Ritual. Sphinx is like pretty low tier reanimation target. If you're playing specifically against like mono red or something, it's quite good, but otherwise pretty weak. I think the Shriekmaw, it's fine. It can kill a thing. You can play it for full value sometimes. If I guess if we end up playing the Birthing Pod, it's like decent. So sure. Okay, this is this weird shadow thing. Choose an exiled card. You may play it this turn without paying its mana cost. I mean, it's pretty good, isn't it? If a card would be opponent's, exile it, sacrifice it. That feels strong. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I still don't want Makeshift Mannequin. It's just not good enough. I'll take the Murderous Rider, I think, over the Pete here. I do have an okay amount of removal already, but this can kill Planeswalkers, so I'll probably end up in the sideboard, but we might bring it in. We might. I don't think any of these do anything. I'll take an LED at the off chance. Ooh, that's really nice. Yeah, okay, the Witch, I don't know if I'll play, but I mean, it's on color, so let's grab it. At this point, this Pestermite can almost certainly get out of here, and I don't know about this Bob either, though I don't have that many expensive cards, so it's still not impossible. I do like Thoughtseize quite a bit. I like Mana Leak quite a bit. I don't think anything else is particularly close in this pack. Like, I could maybe on the wheel take a Hornet Queen or something as another target, but I think these are the two that I'm most interested in going in. I think I'll take the Mana Leak and see if the Thoughtseize wheels. Black cards have been wheeling pretty regularly, so there's a chance of it. And if I can have them both, that would be really quite good. So, yeah, let's do that. Ooh, Remand I love as well. Creeping Tarpit good. Him good. Lots of good cards, actually. Shallow Grave. I mean, it's fine with Gristlebrand and Grave Titan, actually, but I'd rather have the permanent reanimations, I think, with this deck. Once again, I think I'm going to go for the blue card. There's lots of stuff that could wheel out of this pack. I would happily take him or Creeping Tarpit. Thirst would be good, and then Shallow Grave. It's a tier below, but I would still play the card probably. So I take Remand as it's just very good. Hex Mage probably isn't main deck material, unless we find a late depths here. Okay, there's an Exhume, a Spiral. I don't think I want Spiral because I want to be discarding my cards. Grief is okay. Sundering Titan's okay as well as a reanimation target. I don't love Exhume. It can lead to some awkward situations. I think I'll just take the Grief. It's also very good with Pod, if we end up going that route. Let's see here. Star Confidence good. Una's good. Mesmeric Fiend I like. Actually, yeah, I think the Bob is probably getting cut at this point. Oh my gosh, we did find the Dark Depths. Well, it's between that or like Skydiver. I only have the one combo with it. It's a little bit awkward because it's a totally dead card otherwise. I don't even have like a tutor of any kind. But I do have a lot of discard outlets, right? Like I have Kaido and Liliana and potentially Bazaar as ways to just like dump it if I don't need it. Let's go for it. You know what? It's fun. It's cube. Let's try it. We'll put the Hex Mage back. Oh, there's the Splinter Twin. I guess we would have gotten there, but obviously nowhere near that at this point. Upheaval quite bad in this deck. We have no acceleration. That is actually a big problem for this deck, because we have 0 acceleration. It's going to be a little bit scary. I'm going to take the Animate Dead here. Just have all 3. Moment. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Demir Signet's good. I was just talking about how we don't have acceleration. Spell Pierce is strong. And then this Liliana is actually reasonable as well. I have 2 counters already. Let's go for the Signet. I think that's fine. It is on color and everything. Ooh, Brazen Borrower and Collective Brutality both strong. Brutality, another way to discard a card for a little bit of value. Borrower, just strong. Do I need another way to discard, I guess? Because I don't have an Entomb, so... I have Prowler, the 2 Planeswalkers. I don't have anything that... Yeah. Yeah, maybe I do need the Brutality here. And it's also interact. Oh, well, now I get the Entomb. I mean, I'm not complaining. Entomb's nice, but it's slightly awkward to be like, well, I don't have an Entomb, so I need this thing, and then immediately get the Entomb. Okay, the thing we wanted out of here didn't wheel, so our choices are Putrid Imp or Hornet Queen. Do I want the Hornet Queen? I don't really like playing Putrid Imp because it's only a discard outlet. It doesn't do anything extra for you. I'm going to take the Queen. I don't know if I'll play it necessarily, but... ooh, I will take Tarpit over Shallow Grave, I think. There was that Emrakul we passed. I could have taken that and counted on this coming back, but quite happy with this. Alright, I mean, I'll take the Exhume here. Just, I don't know, if I'm playing like a creatureless deck, it could be okay. None of this really does anything. Let's take the Woe Strider. Cruise is interesting. I don't think I'll play it, but it's something. Okay, Repeal could be good out of the sideboard as well, if there's anything we need to bounce, especially. It's an interesting build. I still have that Birthing Pod on the sideboard. I have to decide on whether I'm playing the Bazaar or not. Let's see. Okay, Vortex is fine. This is 34 with 6 lands, but 2 of them aren't actually lands. So this is like 28 cards. I'm going to do a lot of cutting. It'll end up being quite interesting what to do with that. All right. Let's see. We've picked all our cards. Okay, so we're just waiting for people to finish drafting so that we can build our deck. And looks like we got there. Okay, great. So let me take the actual lands out for just a moment while we try and figure out the deck. This 30 cards? Jeez. Okay, that's obviously way too many. So yeah, let's sort creatures separately. I'm just gonna put the permanents up here. Grasp, Brutality, Animate, Remand, Fact, Glen, Gonti, Grief, Shriekmaw. Okay, I don't think the Hornet Queen's strictly necessary. The Birthing Pod plan, I don't think... Yeah, I don't have any good 3s, so the Birthing Pod plan's out. And speaking of, the Switch is like a pretty bad 3, so let's just get rid of it. That's an easy cut. I could probably get rid of the Shriek Maw and bring it in if I need the removal. Okay, I need to reread this card for like the 4th time because it seems absurd and somehow it's not. Maybe let's see. Okay, so it's 3/2 Shadow for 2. Fine. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, so discard, mill, whatever, you exile it with a void counter. Then you can sacrifice this guy to choose one of those cards and play it without paying its mana cost. I mean, this seems absurd. Like, this seems just insane. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this. We'll see if I'm wrong about that. Alright, I obviously need to reanimate stuff. Oh, I have a corpse dance in here. Let's not play the corpse dance. Let's see. Reanimate, animate, necromancy. Do I need all 3? It's questionable whether I need all 3. I do want to play the Dark Depths Hexmage combo just because I think it'll be fun. I don't think it's actually that good to do in this deck or really in this cube. I feel like there's enough ways to deal with the 2020, but whatever, it'll be fun. Okay, can I cut any of these 2s maybe? It's tough. Like Phantasmal Image is obviously insane with a lot of this stuff I have. Generic Fiend's a good interruption. Could maybe cut Prowler. I have Entombed the 2 Planeswalkers and Collective Brutality and Bazaar if I'm playing it. Which I guess I should decide whether I'm playing this Bazaar or not. The problem with Bazaar, right, is that it puts you down a lot of cards and a land drop. So you need to really go off. And I don't know, putting a Gristlebrand into play, like you can draw 7, sure, but if I get it back with like Reanimate, which is quite likely given that you're behind on mana, you're just so low on life at that point. I think we cut the Bazaar. Okay, I have to cut like 2 more cards. Oh, this is so hard. I could cut Necromancy just because it is expensive, but I think I like having all the reanimation in. Infernal Grasp. It's my only removal besides the Toxic Deluge, so I think I want it. Grief seems solid. You can even evoke it if you're like really scared to like reanimate your big guy or whatever. So that's really powerful. And 2 cards, huh? I mean, the obvious answer is Hexmage Depths and just forget that whole thing exists. But like I said, I want to try it. I think it'll be fun. So I think instead I will cut Uno's Prowler, even though that seems a little bit insane. And then maybe one of these 4 drops. Maybe I still cut the Grasp anyway. But I do like having some creature removal. I think that's good in this this cube. Maybe it's the Necromancy. But like there's definitely gonna be games where I wish I had that Necromancy. Maybe it's Grief, maybe it's the Void guy. Maybe the Void guy is not that good main deck. I really want to try the card. It seems strong, but like to activate this, they either have to have a creature in play that I like kill, right? Or I have to like make them discard with Liliana or mill them or something. So I think I'll bring this in matchups where it seems like it's good. All right, well, we'll obviously play all these lands and then just add some. I hit save deck instead of add lands. Okay, those probably aren't correct, though I do want more swamps and islands for sure. So these are all dual lands. We get 13 more. So this is 714. Yeah, that's definitely not right. Let's go for like 9. 9 and 12? That seems decent. Yeah, no, I mean double blue cards. That seems fine. All right, let's do that. All right, 18 lands because we have a depths. Let's combine groups. And here we go. This deck. Give it a save. I'm going to take a screenshot and I'll see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1. This looks like a solid keep. We got a Strix, we got a Kaido. Can't complain too much. A little value hand. Our opponent's mulliganing, but they are on the play, so that can make a big difference in cube for sure. Let's see how it works out. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how the draft went. I think we made the correct call switching to black. Obviously, it's very open. I wish I had like a tutor of some kind. That would make this deck really quite a lot better. Because right now we're trying to assemble the combo just through sheer persistence, as it were. We have a couple of like stuff like Strix and Kaido to help us dig a little bit, but we don't have a ton of card draw. So it might be a little hard to get our combo together. But we do have the backup plan of just being a value deck. So I think that's kind of useful as well. And of course, we do lack acceleration, like no moxes or anything. Okay. Elvish Reclaimer, huh? All right. We'll see how that goes. It's cost 2 to activate? 2 to activate, okay. So not really any reason to kill it. We'll see if they're doing... There is like a lands deck in the cube now. I haven't seen it really pop off yet. I've seen a couple people sort of try bits and pieces of it. And, you know, the old, like, strip mine plus stuff is definitely a thing, but... Ooh, interesting. Okay, they played a tap land, so I could kill this thing. Given that they're playing it in their deck, it's probably pretty important. Oh, there's more coming. Okay. Arbor Elf, interesting. So I have to decide if I want to play a Strix or the Grasp. This is a... Wait, they have an Arbor Elf. Is this thing's not a forest. This thing's not a forest. Interesting. I think I am just going to grasp the Reclaimer. Kaido here phases out after you play him, so I can still play it on 3. And then just put down some defenses a turn after. Feels fine. I don't think I'm going to worry about making the ninja. It doesn't seem like what we need to be doing. Mana Vault. Okay, they're going big. I can appreciate that. Into Coalition Relic. Okay, alright. They're ramping. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more? Ah, into Renin 6. Okay, so they are doing some land stuff. I'm glad I killed the Reclaimer, I think. But they don't really have a ton of pressure here. Like, Ren's not actually gaining them any value. I guess it'll kill my Baleful Strikes, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world here. I do need to draw a bit better than this. Kaido should help with that a little bit. Yeah, I guess I'll still discard a land over Signet, because Signet could potentially accelerate us into Grave Titan, which would be quite nice. Next turn's probably Signet plus Strix here. We'll auto-yield to the Mana Vault. So, I mean, there's obviously potentially... Like, there's the potential for them to do some gross stuff. I think it's funny they still don't have a forest as Harbor Elf. But yeah, if they find like a fetch land, I guess even the Horizon Canopy is pretty decent with Renin 6. Yeah, looks like that's what they're doing here. So they're going to be able to get a little bit of card value that way, but at least that costs them mana. So I don't mind that as much. And they did sort of blow the mana vault on the Relic, which is not a bad play or anything, but it does mean they don't have this available now, so they can't play as, like, ridiculous of a play. Okay, they're presumably going to finally get a forest with that Bloodstained Mire. Alright. Let's see what we draw here. Ooh, Remain's interesting, actually. I think we definitely start with Kaido. I draw Dark Depths. Yeah, this is one of those times where we just discard it, I think. I'll play an island, and then the question is, do I play a Signet or a Strix or both? I think I like keeping up their mana. I'm going to just play Signet and set up to play Grave Titan next turn. The Strix just dice the Renin 6, so it's not like super valuable or anything here. And this way I have the remand. They can only hit Kaido for like 2 damage. It's not too scary. And if they try to drop something huge, we have the counter for it. So that seems fine. Okay, they did have a forest. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, so like I assume they're gonna try to play something big here, right? They drew the extra card. They have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 mana or something. I mean, they could just untap Vault, I guess. That'll be slightly annoying, but tapping the relic to do it's interesting. I guess just because our Relf's such a pain to use, or maybe they want to attack. I don't know. I'm gonna probably spend this for mana when they play something cheap. Like maybe not against a 1-drop, but anything larger than that. I'm not auto-yielding, am I? Wall of Roots? I should probably let that one resolve. I assume they have some follow-up here. It doesn't really scare me. I guess if they just use it to like draw a card, eh. I don't think I'm too scared of Wall of Roots or Remanding. That doesn't really do anything. What's this 7 on this do? Your instants and sorceries have retrace. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they are. Okay. That one I will remand. Drawing a lot of lands here. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, I think the fact that this is drawing some aggro, like I would happily trade counters on this for counters on that, because I mean that's just giving them a lot of value. Okay, they just want to attack. That makes sense. Not too worried about it. Ooh, I could grief them. Doesn't seem that good. I think we just go Grave Titan here. Let's go ahead and do this first, of course. Probably just discard a land. All right, opponent. Probably AFK or something. Still reasonably happy with my position. They haven't managed to produce too much value. The Oracle is going to be a little bit scary, but I guess I know it's in their hands. So is it worth evoking this for a Strix just to get rid of that? Oh, I got a collective brutality. Interesting. Okay, so that one now it's definitely not because I can just kill it the following turn, so that's fine. Stump the island, play the swamp, and just play the Grave Titan here. And yeah, then the turn after I can collective brutality the Oracle, and then if they have a card in hand, maybe try to strip a card as well with grief or something. Go ahead and yield to that. I turned off my auto yields because I got paranoid that I was going to accidentally skip my counter spell there. So that's fine. I don't think I was actually going to, but whatever. Here we are. See if they have some sick removal for my Grave Titan. Would be bad. Okay, well, the Oracle is not surprising. Escape to the Wilds, huh? Exile top 5. You may play them for a while. You may play additional land. Interesting. Well, I can't do anything about it on the top of their deck. I guess if they draw it, but that doesn't make a ton of sense to draw it right now. Maybe it does because they dig for lands. Then I could strip it with grief. That would be kind of nice. Okay. Oh, geez, they have a natural order coming up? Okay, that's terrifying. It's possible they draw the natural order too. And that would be very good for me, I think, because I could take that as well. Oh, yes, okay. Okay, that helps. Now I'm going to just strip their entire hand. And the division should hopefully be too slow. All right, drawing a land is whatever. I obviously want to attack. I have to figure out what wants to go where. Do I care about this Ren in 6? I think I just go everything on my opponent, try to get them dead. That feels correct. All creatures at my opponent. Let's go. Make some more zombies. They're obviously going to block 1. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and draw a card. We got a Gaunty. Nice, nice. Let's play this land. I think maybe I want to discard the land. So I'm gonna play Grief plus Brutality here. So, do I need to discard to Brutality? Yeah, I do. So okay, let's go Grief first. Cast 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and take the Natural Order. Then Collective Brutality with 2 modes. Take their card, -2, -2, cast, choose my opponent, choose the Oracle, pay 2, discard Swamp. And there we go. That should take care of it. So we know they're drawing a bad card here. All right, nice game 1. So we're playing against base green, but like some kind of multicolor amalgamation here. Looks like potentially up to 5 color, because I don't know why else you'd have this thing in your deck if you're just like Teamer. Natural Order is a scary one. And they're just trying to sort of go off with lands. All right. So potentially more removal might be good. This can kill a Planeswalker. This can kill one of their creatures. That seems good. This exiles cards that they put into their graveyard. That could actually be kind of insane as well. So I kind of want all of these. Maybe the Murder Threader is a bit much because it's a little expensive. But I think I want to play these two, which probably means I should cut Depth Stage, but they actually look like they can't handle that very well, so maybe I keep it anyway. I definitely want this. I like the Fiend. Strix is like slightly worse than usual, but it's still probably good. It's so hard to cut cards out of this deck. I think I have to give up on this, unfortunately. It's a fun little combo, but like post sideboard, this is just going to be better. All right, let's go for it. Well, we got Entomb Necromancy. Can't complain too much about that one. I will go ahead and keep this. All right, and I will just Entomb on turn 1 here. Can't imagine they have anything going on that would really stop that. Sure. Let's get my Gristlebrand. Alphabetical order is it? There we go. Gristlebrand in the yard. They play a Signet. That's fine. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to play the Triome, but I guess I'll just keep a Mana Leak here. Yeah, go ahead and leak that one. And, ooh, that's a nice draw as well. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and get my Gristlebrand into play. And they just concede that. All right. Well, nice little match. We managed to beat the lands deck. And I'll see you for round number 2. All right, welcome back for round number 2. Unfortunately, starting off with a mulligan here, the one lander is just not going to do it. Our opponent mulligan as well. That's nice. Oof. That's a bit of a tough one. I think I keep it just because 5 cards is quite miserable. But obviously this could go very wrong very quickly. I'll just put back an island here, and we can cycle the trirome at least. It's not the end of the world. Our opponent's on 5, so we don't need a crazy situation to be able to win this, hopefully. But obviously, even on 5 cards, they can do some pretty busted stuff sometimes, depending on the deck. Ooh, we're playing against aggro. That could be scary. This is not a great anti-aggro hand. Okay, it's annoying. Okay, let's go ahead and play this, not pay the life. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just be looking to cycle this, play the grief at some point here, but I could just lose to a quick opening. Skull clamp. Okay, that's interesting. Are they just going to clamp it right away, or are they going to keep it around? They're keeping it around. Okay, okay. Ooh, I see. That is annoying. So it would let me play Grief a turn faster, but also draws them a card. That feels not great. I think I'm going to not play the Signet here. It's a very annoying card. I've almost picked it a few times and never actually picked it. But at least we're not under too much pressure yet. Okay, they are clamping now. That's fine. Oh, they still have nothing? All right. Oh, I draw reanimate. I could reanimate the Esper Sentinel. I already have the Necromancy. It's actually not that insane. Let's play a Swamp. I actually think that's fine. Since they're limited on mana, it could end up being useful here. All right. See what happens. What's this? Equal number of creatures you control when you attack for each one. Create a token. Okay, I mean it's a 1/4. That's fine. I guess I can clamp it or whatever, but eh. Ooh, Gonti's interesting. I probably want to play Grief while the griefing's good. Gonti can come down later, so let's go ahead and Grief here. 1, 2. Technically tapped wrong, but that's fine. What is this nonsense? Hero of Bladehold Chandra. Wow. I don't think I care about Goblin Bombardment that much. It's not bad, but I think I'd rather take one of these 4-drops. Hero of Bladehold in particular is like a little bit tough to stop. Hellrider can block. Yeah, let's take the hero. It's a really interesting deck. They're like going for mass 1/1s or whatever. Oh, I can also reanimate the hero. I should have maybe considered that a little bit more. Okay, this Hellrider, I don't care. I'll just block it. It's Chandra, I draw cards, so that's nice. Ooh, a Collective Brutality. What was in their hand? This takes an instant or sorcery, right? Yeah, okay, so it doesn't quite work, unfortunately. Okay, they killed that. That's fine. They're gonna attack me, I assume. This makes a 1/1 that is also attacking me. All right. I can see how this is getting out of hand a little bit. But I think it's fine. So they have a Hellrider and a Goblin Bombardment hand. Okay, draw land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I could play Necromancy and Brutality. Brutality, unfortunately, doesn't take anything from their hand. Oh, Chandra's at 1, so if I could somehow remove this thing, that would be really good. But I can't quite do that either. Common Bombardment. Yeah, that's an annoying one. Feels like getting this back's a little too slow. I probably have to get back to Grief. Just because that'll be difficult to block. The Brutality, though, just does nothing. Wish I could play Gonti plus something useful, but I think I have to. Oh, man, they have Clamp plus these 1/1s, too. That's actually quite good. Maybe I do have to play the Gonti, try to find something. Yeah, let's go for the Gonti for now. Tap correctly this time. This isn't looking good. It's a lot of pressure. They have a lot of ways to get card advantage here. Okay, I mean, yes, I will look at the cards. Thank you. Glorybringer's interesting. I could play Mother of Runes this turn, which is, I guess, something. They could just kill it with Goblin Bombardment, so that's probably not very good. I guess I'll take the Glorybringer. It could be strong here. And then I have to decide if I want to play or hold this thing for cycling. 6 lands. So next turn is probably this. I think I hold it, but it's kind of tough to decide, honestly. All right. I don't love my position. It feels like they're doing pretty well here. But I guess Gonti can at least block something in a relevant fashion. And then Glorybringer can come down and kill another thing. So that all feels kind of useful. Oh, they like stuff in their draw step or something. Okay. This is going to be presumably the Hellrider, which is fine. I'll be killing that one. Okay, fine. Yes, some extra mana. Are they going to play in Bombardment and let me draw a card? That would be kind of insane. They are. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll draw a card. Ooh, Mesmeric Fiend's not the worst. I guess it's not great with Goblin Bombardment in play, but... Okay, take a bunch of damage, which isn't great. Okay, well, I was going to block with that anyway, so that's honestly fine. And this is going to go ahead and block that, and then the Glorybringer can kill the Hellrider, and we're in sort of okay shape. Turns out I should have played the Triome, but that's what it is. Yes, that should all work. They're going to have 1/1/1 left. They're going to Fire Blast me in response. Okay. Slightly annoying. Go to 7. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, Phantasmal Image. Oh, now I'm really missing that land. Wow. Oof, not playing this is going to end up costing me quite a bit here, isn't it? Is there something sweet I can Necromancy, maybe? There's nothing with haste. Grief doesn't do anything. Well, the creatures you control, make some stuff. I guess it also just dies to Bombardment anyway, so I guess it's not actually that good. Ooh, boy, it's tough. I'm at 7, so I have to play the Glorybringer and kill probably Hellrider. So this will go back down to 2. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm still dead. So that doesn't even work. This thing does not have lifelink. Yeah, that Fire Blast actually ended up mattering quite a bit here. Yeah, because the problem is Chandra. Oh, wait, Chandra's going to be dead. Hold on. So no Chandra. Okay, okay, okay. So maybe it's not as bad. So this kills Chandra plus Hellrider. I take... Or maybe this. This is actually more dangerous than Hellrider, isn't it? Yeah. So I killed these two. I take 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that still kills me. So if I kill Hellrider plus Chandra, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's still dead. Ooh, this Goblin Bombardment's brutal. Yeah, this is actually really, really brutal. So that probably means I have to play this for like health or something, but then I'm not killing the Chandra, so that doesn't even do anything. I think I'm just dead here, but let's see. Escalating this doesn't do a whole lot. Man, if I had that land, that was... I mean, I don't know that I could have necessarily predicted that I would need that, but probably I should have thought about the fact that Glorybringer is 5, and then I have some 2-drops. So I can Necromancy the Gaunty and see if I get something insane. I don't know what I could even get, though, honestly. Because there's just so many threats here. But it's at least another look at their deck, so I don't mind doing it. But it's just not very likely to do anything at all. It's a strong multi-5. They draw a lot of cards. All right, come on. I mean, I guess I tanked for a while. They might have stepped away or something. But yeah, I don't expect to find anything to win here. I'm just trying to get another cheeky look at their deck, because them knowing about Necromancy hasn't changed too much. All right, well, I'll go ahead and pause while they're taking their time here. All right, our opponents come back. Let's grab Gonti. See if they have something absolutely sick here. Okay, well, they have absolutely nothing, so I'll put a Geist in there. I don't think I should show them Phantasmal, probably. I mean, I'm not sure that matters that much either, but it's fine. Let's just concede here. So I actually don't mind the Depths plan against them. Doesn't seem like... I mean, I guess with white in their deck, they might have a way to deal with it, but Hexmage also doubles as a Planeswalker killer, which is not bad. That said, I wouldn't mind having a Shriekmaw in the deck. Yeah, I think that's probably correct. So let's grab Shriekmaw and take out something. Collective Brutality looked kind of bad. All their scary things are bigger than 2/2 when they didn't have that many sorceries or instants. So let's try that. Good old dips here. So how does this work? When it has no ice counters. Okay, so just do it immediately as soon as it loses the counters. It's good to know about. All right, here we go. Let's be on the play. Well, Dark Depths, eh? Let's mulligan this one. That's not great, but I guess I keep it. Question is, do I put back Gristlebrand or land? Because I only have the 1 and 2, and I have a couple ways to discard, so I guess I'll keep the Gristlebrand around. I don't need 5 lands in my starting hand. These have not been great opening hands, I will say that much. So Okay, no one drops nice. Okay, this is not nice. I mean, I'm glad I put the land back at least, but... Oh, come on. This is rough. Not feeling too good about this one. Okay, Deluge is good to have. Let's play a land and attack. Like, given what they were doing, Deluge has to be a useful card, but obviously I could use something proactive here. Okay, Mentor's fine, I guess. Okay, Grave Titan, not the worst. I'm just gonna chill. Wait, since when did they get blue mana? What? Okay. Obviously I can block the Mentor. If they like remove me, then we have the Deluge going. Okay, it's fine. I guess I Deluge here because I'm gonna Grave Titan next turn. And if they do have a removal, it's like a little bit too scary. I'm not gonna attack first because I don't think the one damage is gonna matter that much, and there's a chance they could counter this with like a Force of Will or something. Let's put the fear in them. All right, let's go for 4. Boom. Maybe I could have gotten more value, but it's just like if they play a removal spell next turn and then get rid of my Baleful Strix, it's a really terrifying turn. Plus, I do want to play this Grave Titan on curve here. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Ooh, Reanimate's not bad. I'm going to go with the Grave Titan first, but reanimating one of those things is definitely useful. Hero Blade Hold plus Grave Titan can definitely be a combo here. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, Mana Leak's a good one as well. I mean, I guess I'll play the Depths. That's fine. Then let's reanimate the Hero of Blade Hold. Okay, they're done. I don't know why they switched away from their like aggro thing into this configuration, or maybe they just didn't have blue last time and didn't have red this time or something. And they're a 3-color deck. Kind of strange, but I think I'm happy to continue with what I was doing. So we'll stick with this situation. Okay, I mean, I haven't 2 Animate dead. That can't be too bad. Unfortunately, I have a tap land, but I'm also on the draw, so I could draw land. Let's go ahead and keep. They have a 1-drop, no 1-drop. Okay. Ooh, I drew a Depths. That's interesting. I'm going to start with Tar Pit. We have a bit of a double threat here with the Hexmage Dark Depths and this other stuff that's happening. Necromancy as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this guy. I mean, if it dies, it dies. That's fine. Obviously, it makes the depths worse if it dies, but they could just have nothing, and then we're in pretty good shape. Oh. Well, I think we make this plan B and just go for the depths since it's my land drop for the turn anyway. Go ahead and attack. Oh wait, I could have done both. This isn't costing any mana. What am I thinking? That was really dumb. Oh well, it's fine. All right. Oh, that does not do the thing. Okay, would that fail to resolve? They have like a swords or something here. Swift reconfiguration. Yep, that's fine. I will go ahead and tomb. Go ahead and pick up a Gristlebrand. And let's Necromancy the Gristlebrand, and that should just do it. All right. Nice little win with Dark Depths. That was fun. Marit Lage coming into the Schreier opponent. Didn't think I was winning that one, to be honest, but I'll take it. All right, I will see you for the finals in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the finals. Let's be on the play. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like the best hand, but it's keepable. Obviously, Dark Depths will be a good draw or Entomb. Let's go ahead and play the Tar Pit. And we'll probably go with Mesmeric Fiend on 2. Depending, obviously, on what they do. Okay, Jet is scary. Ah, the Prowler. Okay. Well, we have a Phantasmal Image and some reanimation of our own. This can be activated by other players. So that's actually potentially quite good for us. For now, though, I will play the Fiend. Oh, jeez. Okay, so they have a bunch of blue cards. They can't actually... oh, excuse me. Yes, they have a couple of blue cards they can't play. They have a Power Stone and a Metamorph. I think the Metamorph is the scariest thing here. It could be the Power Stone, though. These are going to be scary eventually, but I don't have to worry about that quite yet. Do I care if they take something from my hand? Not that much, but I don't know. Metamorph's just really powerful, so let's get rid of it. Okay, getting attacked here, which is fine. Okay, drawing a line's useful-ish. Should I even play this Hex Mage? Because I might have to play Deluge at some point here. And then Hex Mage is sort of bad. Yeah, I think I just do nothing for a bit. It's a little bit scary, but... should also make them think twice a little bit. Well, they drew the blue mana. That's unfortunate, but... I do have Fimage for the Glen, if that's what they choose to play here. Which is kind of nice. Okay, Putrid Imp doesn't bother me too much. I guess they're just gonna Foff me. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, Grief is interesting. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card, they discard it. I could evoke the Grief, or I could try to animate the Grief. It's a little bit tempting to keep up Necromancy as an instant speed thing here. Because depending on what they discard with the Factor Fiction, they're obviously playing Reanimator. It could be quite good. I think I'm going to go for the really cheeky play here. Just pass. It's probably not correct. Maybe I meant to just Grief the Glen as an evoke. And then I can still keep up the Necromancy. This Hex Mage isn't doing much for me. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Um, they're obviously going to factor fiction here. Wow. Okay, well, that changes things a little bit. That's a pretty poor factor fiction. This just kills a thing. I guess I could kill my Mesmeric Fiend with it, which is medium annoying. It is a sorcery, so I could take it. Right, this is sorcery. Yeah. Let's take the Glen. Oh, I could just reanimate the Glen. Maybe that's good. Oh no, because then it goes back to them after I get it, after I use it once. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna Necromancy the Grief, I think. Okay. Alright, I'm still losing on life a little bit, but it's not that bad. I do have the Phantasmal Image if they do anything crazy. Ooh, come on, mill something gigantic. No. Nothing great there. Yeah, I mean, that Una's Prowler needs to eventually die. Okay, Remand's interesting. It's not that good at the moment. The Grief... Does the Grief even want to attack? I need blockers. Honestly. It's kind of awkward. Oh, they can play the Walking Ballista with this? She started over having me cast it this turn. It's pretty annoying. I could mill myself, I suppose. So I'm gonna Walking Ballista for a bunch. I think I just remand that this turn. And then we'll go from there. This is an interesting match. A little bit tough. I think the Grief plan ended up being good. I mean, obviously we got very lucky on the Factor Fiction. Yeah. That's expected. I will be remanding this. I actually don't know which zone it ends up in. I think the graveyard? Oh, Lily's interesting. Oh, it actually goes back their hand. Huh. That's annoying. I guess I can take it with Grief now, although then it doesn't even work. Alright. I will block here, I think. Seems fine. So I probably have to Deluge anyway. I really need those. You really need that mana here. Oof. So they're gonna have a Ballista and I can't do anything about it. I guess I can reanimate the Grief and take it, but then they still have this. That doesn't even work. I could Liliana plus... They'll discard... I mean, they just discard the thing and play it again. That doesn't even help. That remand actually ended up sort of biting me. I didn't quite know how it was going to work, to be honest. So if I Deluge for 2 here, They just play a ballista for 6. So I'll be at 4. Ballista 3/3. I can play Liliana and go to 1 the following turn. Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty terrifying, but I think it's what needs to happen here. Just a little bit too far behind on mana. Okay, so it's a ballista for 6. Oh, Tomb's interesting. I have to go Liliana for now. Unless I don't. Hold on. Can I reanimate something good enough here to beat that? Doesn't look like it, no. Okay, so let's go with Liliana. Make them sack. They're gonna kill my Lily and hit me for 2. All right. So we know they have a Metamorph, and I'm not sure what their other card is. I can entomb animate whatever I want. But what do I even want? Right. Okay. Trinket Mage is whatever. Problem is if I get like a Gristlebrand, they're just going to copy it. Man, they have 2 Moxen. Jeez. Must be nice. Okay, so here, yeah, land for Gonti is kind of what I want, because now I can play the Gonti, hope they copy the Gonti, and then... That still is a little bit scary, but at least it lets me potentially do other stuff later and still block her. I mean, they could still have, like, just have a removal and I lose, but... Can't be playing around that. Imperial Seal, Necromancy, Mesmeric Fiend. I guess I'll take even more resurrection reanimation spells here, because that could be useful. If they don't copy it, then I could reanimate the Grief again and make them discard that, which would be quite helpful, I think. But I imagine they will. No, they're just making something huge. Archon of Cruelty. That makes me lose 3 life, doesn't it? Well, okay, that's unfortunate. All right, so we're playing a reanimation mirror. Interesting. What seems good in a reanimation mirror? Not Una's Prowler. Ooh, this void thing seems absurd. Yeah, that seems completely insane. No. Okay, I care about the rest of these. Yeah, this seems completely insane. So let's take that. I like Brutality. I like the removal. Deluge is a little expensive life-wise, but is still a removal that can kill just about anything. So I think I have to keep that one around. Grief is good. Necromancy is obviously good. Maybe Liliana's not that good because it's enabling their discard as well. I mean, the sacrifices could be strong, but I think this is fine. They also seem a bit lower to the ground than I am, so. Okay, this looks keepable. I'll probably just slam this thing. Makes their life quite a bit difficult, so they pretty much have to remove it before being able to do a whole lot. Then we just have Remand and eventually Glen. I mean, they could just immediately kill this, but if they do, they do. I don't think waiting on it makes a lot of sense. Okay, we're just gonna chill. That's fine. Let's play the island. Attack. This thing is also just kind of aggressive, right? 3-2 Shadow. It's really not bad. We have Remand if they try anything. But yeah, if they have like an Entomb in hand or any sort of discard, like this is just insane. If they continue to do nothing, I might wait till turn 5 to play the Glen. Imperial Seal? Okay, that's fine. Oh, Strix is interesting. Yeah, I'll play Strix. I guess just in case they like Wasteland me or something, let's tap the non-basic here. I'm going to keep attacking because like the chances they let me just use this ability are pretty much 0. Now hopefully they have a removal I can remand and then play the Glen after that. Power Stone? Yeah, I'll remand that. Oh, Brutality's kind of interesting, but I think Glen is better here, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the Glen, attack with everything, and should hopefully seal the deal. They're down to what, like 8 or something? Yeah, they're down to 8. I'm attacking for 6 next turn. Oh, this can actually kill them. That's funny. So if they play Power Stone again, I'll definitely let that resolve. Trinket Mage is fine. It actually can't block any of my creatures. Mox Jet is also fine. Evoke Shriekmaw. Okay, so you get to kill Glen 1 time. That's fine. Does the Entomb do anything? I mean, cards with like flashback or something? I don't think so. No, the Entomb doesn't do much here. Okay, well, let's play a land. And I think I'll discard a land to dual mode this thing. Oh, I could potentially, yeah, I could potentially use this even. All right, so let's go 2 modes. We'll go reveal hand and drain them for 2. Choose target opponent, choose target opponent. 1, 2, discard a swamp. All right, that concludes that game. Then you want to let me see what's in their hand. All right, and yeah, I think I'm happy enough to run this back. So let's go for the final game here. All right, not an amazing hand, but keepable. Certainly a little poor against any Moxen start, but what can you do? Hard to beat 2 Moxen if they draw them on early turns. All right, let's play this. We'll probably go Fiend into Strix here. Next mage, sure. That's just fine. Let's go Fiend. Karn, Massacre Worm, Metamorph. I don't think I'm too worried about their 6 and 7 drops. Let's just take the Metamorph for now. So they have a Massacre Worm and a Karn in hand. All right. That's fine. Try to keep that in mind as we play. Take my licks here. That's fine. All right, it's a good turn to deploy the Tarpit, probably. I'll play the Strix first. Okay, Necromancy's potentially good. I can Foff into something big and then get it Necromancied. They do only really have the 2 big cards in the decks. Oh, we'll see. Alright, the islands are gone. Ooh, Glen, huh? Okay. It's a little bit scary. I guess Vampire Hexmage can fix Glen. It's kind of funny. Swamp. Alright. I suppose I just Foff now then. Since Necromancy doesn't do anything. It's not great. So they're probably going to split the spells up. I guess I'd rather have a Deluge than a Remand. Although I might take the Dark Depths. If that's with a spell. Just because there's a chance... There's a chance I can kill the Hex Mage and then reanimate it for some Dark Depth stuff. Yeah, that could definitely happen. As long as I can do that pre-Karn, we should be okay. It's not going to be easy, mind you, to do that, but it is possible. Okay, well, little did they know I have a million lands in hand, so I'll choose pile 1. And pass here. Can't do much about that. They are getting close to that Massacre Worm, which scares me a little bit. Relic. I mean, it's kind of a good sideboard card, but it's also kind of not. Ooh, Brutality's interesting. So I can kill the Glen here. I know their hand's Massacre Worm Karn, so it doesn't do me much good to do anything with that. I guess I just killed the Glen. It's not very exciting, but let's do it. Alright, and then I'll deluge for 2. I guess I should attack first. No, because they could counter it. Yeah, whatever. Damage won't matter too much. I have to do it for 2 because they could remove the counters, and then that would be bad. So our best bet here is to clear the counter off Glenn and then counter this, probably. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they're not even going to sack the mage. Okay. I guess I might as well attack. I'm probably going to lose these to the Massacre Worm here shortly. Yeah. It's a bit scary. I'm going really low here. Any order is fine. I'm down to 6. That's not ideal. Oh, Phantasmal Image is, however, quite good. Can I make... Let's see. Okay, so they might Karn next turn, but that's fine. So I make a Massacre Worm, then I reanimate Hexmage. Or I just copy the Hexmage, but that's worse, right? Probably, maybe. Because that way I have a Massacre Worm to, like, block with. Which seems helpful. One, two, three. Necromancy the Hexmage here. And yeah, let's see what they have. 6 should be a high enough life total to be okay here. Even if they Karn, that doesn't matter too much because they can't do everything at sorcery speed they do. If they attack with Massacre Worm, I'll just block with my own Massacre Worm. Unless they kill it first, then I will do the block sack thing. All right, is Dark Depths going to win this draft for us? Exciting times. Metamorph. On Massacre Worm, I assume? Okay. I mean, I have to just do this now then, I suppose, so I don't lose as much life, and... Yeah, 'cause it's gonna die anyway. Alright, let's do it. Oh, but now they get to make their own Marit Lage? I see where this is a problem. Okay. They're gonna find a way to... Okay, well, that doesn't matter. Interesting. I didn't consider that, but yeah, that was bad. I should have waited till this came into play. Ah, but then I would have lost to the triggers. Okay, so I had to do it this way. All right, all right. Problem is now they're going to Karn me, and I'm going to lose. Gristlebrand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nowhere close. I mean, I guess I just attack them and hope they don't Karn me, but they'll probably Karn me and I'll lose. Yeah, so I'm trying to think if I could have done that a little differently. Because if I let them just copy Massacre Worm, then I have to do that in response, and I lose 4 life. And then if I attack with Massacre Worm, I'm just dead. So I was just dead. Now they, yeah, okay, they have a Karn here, so we'll be dead. All right, well, lost in the finals. Interesting little matchup. Wasn't expecting it to end in that particular fashion, but this, of course, popped up on the other screen because Magic Online is a quality program. But yeah, here we are, 2-1, not too bad. Lost the mirror matchup, sort of mirror matchup, in the finals. Did pretty well. So yeah, I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, doing all the good YouTube things. Really helps me out. But that'll do it for now. Hope you enjoyed. I certainly had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.